Welcome to the session. In this session, I am going to talk about secondary cells and lead acid storage cell. Secondary cells. These are also called as rechargeable cells, rechargeable batteries, or accumulators. Secondary cells or secondary batteries, they are known as galvanic batteries. Galvanic batteries are the batteries where we have two different electrodes connected, and after discharge these secondary batteries they can be restored to their fully charged state by passing an electrical current in the opposite direction of the current that is being passed during discharge. In other words, we can say the net cell reactions in secondary batteries they can be reversed. These are mainly intended for storage, so these are also known as storage batteries. Examples of secondary batteries are lead acid battery, nickel cadmium battery, etc. And the secondary batteries, when compared to the primary batteries, these have better cycle life. Capacity is also better than primary batteries, and we can use secondary batteries repeatedly again and again by charging and discharging. Secondary batteries are classified into two types: acid storage batteries and alkaline storage batteries. This classification is based on the nature of the electrolyte. If the electrolyte is acidic, that belongs to acid storage battery. If the electrolyte is basic, that belongs to alkaline storage battery. Lead acid battery is an example of acid storage battery, and nickel cadmium battery is an example of alkaline storage battery. We can see in the picture, this is a lead acid battery, an example of acid storage battery. So this is one terminal, negative terminal, this is the positive terminal. This is lead acid battery, and these are nickel cadmium batteries. Lead acid battery construction. Lead acid battery consists of two types of electrodes: positive electrodes and negative electrodes. One type of electrodes is lead, the other type is lead dioxide. Lead plates are negative plates. They are connected in parallel as shown in the picture. These are the lead plates. So they are connected in parallel and they are connected to one terminal. Then in between lead plates we have lead dioxide plates, which are called as positive plates. They are also connected in parallel, but they are inserted between the lead plates. So these are lead plates and these are lead dioxide plates, positive plates. These positive plates are also connected to one terminal. So this is a positive terminal connecting all the lead dioxide plates, and this is the negative terminal connecting all the lead plates. The lead plates and the lead dioxide plates, they are separated by small strips of wood, or we can use rubber also for separation. In some cases we can also use glass fiber also for the separation. The entire combination of positive plates and negative plates along with the separators is inserted into 20 to 21% dilute sulfuric acid. So this is positive terminal, this is the negative terminal, and this is the electrolyte 20 to 21% dilute sulfuric acid. This is about the construction of lead acid battery. Then cell reactions occurring in the lead acid battery. Lead acid battery is a secondary battery, so we have a cell reactions of two types: discharging cell reactions and charging cell reactions. Discharging cell reactions. So the cell reactions which occur while we use the lead acid battery are: at the anode, lead undergoes oxidation, forming Pb plus 2 ions, lead cations, and also 2 electrons. And the Pb plus 2 ions, they combine with the sulfate ions which are present in the electrolyte sulfuric acid and form lead sulfate. So at the anode, lead undergoes oxidation and 2 electrons are produced. Lead sulfate is also produced, that will be precipitated at the anode. Then at the cathode, lead dioxide undergoes reduction by consuming 4 protons from the electrolyte. Electrolyte is sulfuric acid. It contains H plus ions. 4 H plus ions are consumed by one PbO2 molecule, and 2 electrons which are produced at the anode, they will flow towards the cathode through the load applied, and now reduction of lead dioxide occurs, forming lead cations Pb plus 2 and 2 water molecules. Lead cations which are formed, they consume sulfate ions which are present in the electrolyte sulfuric acid and form lead sulfate. So at the cathode, lead dioxide undergoes reduction by consuming 2 electrons and 4 protons and forms 2 water molecules and lead sulfate. Now the overall cell reaction during discharging will be like this: lead plus lead dioxide plus 4 protons plus 2 sulfate ions gives rise to 2 lead sulfate molecules plus 2 water molecules and also energy. So each cell produces 2 volts, but in actual practice 6 lead acid storage cells are connected, finally producing a voltage of 12 volts. These are the cell reactions that occur during discharging, I mean while using the battery. The cell reactions during charging the battery are: at the cathode, lead sulfide consumes 2 electrons forming lead and sulfate ions. At the anode, PbSO4 plus 2H2O minus 2 electrons gives rise to PbO2 plus 4 protons plus sulfate ion. So the overall reaction will be 2 lead sulfate molecules plus 2H2O plus energy gives rise to lead plus lead dioxide plus 4 protons plus 2 sulfate ions. These are the cell reactions occurring during discharging and charging of lead acid battery. Advantages and disadvantages of lead acid battery. First we will see the advantages. Low cost. Lead acid battery is somewhat cheaper compared to other storage batteries. Lead acid battery is reliable and it is tolerant to overcharging. Lead acid battery can deliver very high currents, and lead acid battery indefinite shelf life if stored without electrolyte. So if we are storing that one with electrolyte, we must store that one in a charged state, and without electrolyte we can store that one, that gives indefinite shelf life. Another advantage of lead acid battery is it is available in wide ranges, different sizes, and in different variants having different capacities. Another advantage of lead acid battery is 97% of the lead acid battery that can be recycled and can be reused for construction of new batteries. Another advantage of lead acid battery is it does not require any maintenance. These are the advantages of lead acid battery, and disadvantages are it is heavy. Lead acid battery is heavy and also bulky, and overheating during discharge may lead to explosion. Another disadvantage of lead acid battery is it is not suitable for fast charging, and it must be stored in charged state when the electrolyte is introduced to avoid the deterioration of the active chemicals which are present in the lead acid battery. Another disadvantage is lead acid battery is heavier when compared to other secondary batteries, and lead acid battery has a poor weight to energy ratio. So if we consider its weight, the energy produced by the battery is low. Another disadvantage is lead acid battery can be charged slowly, and if you want to recharge the battery to its fully charged state, it takes 14 to 16 hours. And the important disadvantage of lead acid battery is it is not eco-friendly. These are the disadvantages of lead acid battery. Applications of lead acid batteries. lead acid batteries are extensively used in electrical vehicles. You can see in the picture, this is an electrical vehicle and these are the lead acid batteries. They are connected in series. 4 batteries are there. This is one application. Another application is lead acid batteries are used in automobiles. They are also used in power plants, power stations. You can see in the picture, this is a nuclear power plant battery room containing a large number of lead acid batteries. This is one application. And another application is lead acid batteries are used in electrical installations for backup for emergency power. You can see this is a battery room containing number of lead acid batteries. While we are working in a laboratory, if suddenly power goes off, we depend on emergency power that will be supplied by the batteries, lead acid batteries. Next application is lead acid batteries are extensively used in submarines. You can see this is a submarine, and this light green colored things are the batteries. Okay, so large number of batteries are there in the submarine. This is the submarine, and these are the batteries. And these batteries account for 400 tons lead acid batteries. This is also an important application of lead acid batteries. Another application is UPS, uninterruptible power supplies. In the UPS also, we use lead acid batteries. So this is that one, UPS battery for emergency backup, for emergency power. Lead acid batteries are also used in lighting equipment. These are also used for high current drain applications. So these are the applications of lead acid batteries. So this is about the construction, working, advantages, disadvantages, and applications of lead acid batteries.